Welcome back to the Biring Podcast. Today we got Justin Trudeau's giving everyone $250 and he's making tax cuts. We'll let you guys know our thoughts. And then the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu, and Russia-Ukraine continues to escalate. And then in sports, you got LeBron leaving Twitter, John Jones beating Stipe and then doing the Trump dance, and the NFL and the NBA are telling their players to be warned about burglaries. And then we got to talk about Trump's appointment, Matt Gaetz stepping down because of sexual assault allegations. And after all of that, stay tuned for Off Topic. So, Justin Trudeau's giving everybody $250.
Yeah. Santa Claus is coming down.
Right? He's saying that he's going to give a tax break on some essential items, essentially for anyone who makes less than $150,000 a year.
Yeah.
Secretary, you want to play the clip?
For 2 months, starting December 14th, we're going to remove the GST, HST from groceries. 100% of groceries. All groceries. We're going to remove the GST
Oh, groceries?
from restaurant meals, takeouts,
All of them.
fast food. Removing the GST from beer and wine. Removing the GST for essentials like kids' clothing, footwear, diapers, and toys.
I'm just laughing at
All
freelance.
tax-free. Removing the
Always like
GST and HST. For 2 months, Canadians are going to get a real break on everything they do.
She's like a
We
proud
also
mama.
know that there's more we need to do, particularly for working Canadians. So if you worked in 2023 and earned up to $150,000, we're going to be sending you a check for $250 in just a few months.
I don't know. I also, like, before we get into all of that, I heard or I read somewhere that the checks don't even come in until April.
That's
April, yeah. he said-
month.
Yeah, and everyone's acting like they're going to get it for Christmas,
Yeah.
And when did like beer and wine and stuff be essential?
right?
Why is that?
If you read it, I think it's everything under 7% alcohol.
Oh, okay. So
Essentially just beer. Right?
Yeah.
yeah, because wine isn't.
Not like hard liquor or anything.
Even.
And wine
Yeah.
13 sometimes.
But yeah, his Bonnie Crombie,
Mm,
the Liberal leader, the opposition of
in
Doug
Ontario.
Ford,
Mhm.
right? She was accusing him of buying votes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is this guy essentially doing the same thing as him?
He basically is, right? Like he's, I don't know. Like you're going to spend tax dollars, right? Like to give everyone $250, right? That's basically the whole country because I think less than 10% of Canadians make more than $150,000 a year.
Yeah,
Like it's
so-
something wild.
It's a large amount.
I think it's like a little over 1 million, 1.5 million, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole country's getting $250, right? And after he's done this carbon tax thing, right? So it's not like Canadians haven't been paying more money, right? So
Yeah.
who needs 200? If somebody's making $150,000 a year, $250 isn't going to do much, right?
Yeah.
And then you take into consideration that if this now impacts interest rates, right? And if interest rates were supposed to drop half a basis point,
Yeah.
but now they drop a quarter,
Who's
that
it
basically
really
means
helping?
nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
4 million
Huh?
people.
4 million people make more than
I read
than
it was
100K.
18.
more than
No,
150.
It would impact.
Oh, 150?
Mhm.
Yeah. 1.4, 1.3, something like that.
1.4, yeah.
But yeah. And the other thing is I feel like it can affect like Q4 numbers, right? Like if you're going to give people a break and then
Yeah.
get them to start making some holiday spending, right? Come January, it's going to seem like the economy is doing a lot better in December, right? Than it actually was. And it usually is the case because,
I don't think the timing is coincidental.
right? It feels like, I don't know. It feels like it's going to end up they're making it look like the economy is going to be in a good place. And then you buy enough time for when interest rates come down and the economy gets in a better place.
Yeah.
And then you're heading into elections with a better idea.
Which differences is that going to make?
What do you-
$250?
It's not the 250. It's like when people are spending money during the holiday season, you usually see household debt go up, but like
Yeah.
you see the GDP increase slightly because everyone's spending.
Right.
So then now if he's taking HST off, he's encouraging you to go to restaurants and he's encouraging people to spend, right? So it's going to
Indirectly help businesses, help our economy.
It's restaurants too, yeah.
just for...
But didn't you see his conviction? He's like, toys.
Toys,
You
yeah.
get to go out and buy toys.
How does that work? How does he take the GST off?
They just eliminate it from
Yeah.
all
Like,
the things he's saying.
In the store?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they asked the stores and the restaurants not to charge GST.
They're going to pass legislation, and he said that he's urging every party leader and every party
So
to get
everyone go to
behind it.
Costco, stock up when this happens.
They're just going to raise the prices.
Why only,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. Why
Yeah.
only 2 months, right? Because
Yeah, because he's trying to steal Jagmeet Singh's thing,
exactly.
right?
He stole his thunder.
Right.
He was saying this. Let's cut. Like 2 days later, he
Yeah.
gets everything he was saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But he's saying eliminate it more, right? Longer?
He's saying make it permanent. That's the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
This guy's only doing it for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was saying he wanted premiers to get on board too, so he can just eliminate HST altogether on essential items, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't disagree with because there's a high tax rate in Canada anyways. But if you have to make the revenue somewhere and now you're taxing somebody else to try to get that money back, I don't know. It's a slippery slope, right?
These people to spend more money. So I don't think what would they really need that money back?
What?
The GST?
Yeah, because the government doesn't get that money that they're spending.
Right.
Right. Well, theoretically, right? Because the corporations make money, right? The restaurant's going to make money. Whoever's selling those toys or whatever, beer or wine, they're going to make money.
Honestly,
Right.
they probably just know that people aren't going to be spending as much as they should in Q4. Usually it's a huge boost.
Mm.
Right.
And they're just giving everybody $250 right around Christmas time.
But
No tax on Christmas trees and toys.
Yeah, I think Jagmeet was giving his opinion and he basically just said he supports the tax cut and he was saying like he just wants to make it permanent. And
Yeah.
then I think he was even saying the Liberals basically caved to the NDP's demands. He tried to kind of flip it. And
Yeah.
be like it was his.
Well, he had to. He had no choice. He just stole his idea.
Yeah. Which is like, I don't know. It's a weird political move from somebody who likes to claim that Poilievre's like a populist, and now you're trying to relate to the same thing.
For sure.
And speaking of Poilievre, I feel like he gave a reply, right? So if you have the clip.
Yeah.
Until at least his pension kicks in next February. Jagmeet Singh has sold out Canadians to sign on with Trudeau again. And today, what we have is a 2-month temporary tax trick that will not make up for the permanent quadrupling carbon tax on heat, housing, food, and fuel, and all to save Justin's job and Jagmeet's pension. The NDP Liberal coalition is back together. They've doubled housing costs, doubled the debt, doubled food bank use, doubled gun crime. With Jagmeet and Justin, it is double trouble for Canadians.
This guy's so much like Trump, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. But what he's referencing is remember when Jagmeet said he's like whatever agreement they had, he's like it's ripped up now, it's done with. And that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Now they're back together, double, right?
I mean, it's gonna annoy him, right?
For sure.
Obviously, right? Because he's campaigning on the other side,
Yeah,
and when he tries to get a vote of no confidence, and the NDP is not gonna vote for him, right? So
yeah.
or with him, sorry. So
You think he's scared now?
no, I still feel like I don't know anyone that I talk to or any kind of conversations or anything you see online. Nobody wants Trudeau,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
right? Like
for sure.
who's rooting for Trudeau to
I
get
don't
elected?
think he knows where his voter base or where a majority of Canadians are actually.
I don't think.
thinking.
Do
like.
we know?
I think he's very disconnected. I think we know how we feel and how a majority of people feel right now.
Yeah, because he keeps doubling down, like on this carbon tax thing. He didn't let it go, right?
Yeah.
And then like you're now making people pay higher, like you were saying, for gas, for heating, for all these things, and then you're giving them $250 and a little bit of a tax break, right? Like who's gonna fall for that, right? Most people are smarter than that. Canadians know what the hell's going on, right? And then he plays the double-edged sword, right? Where he also says that climate change is important.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, I don't want to be biased. I can't help but agree with Polyev, though. It is a tax trick. Why only 2 months? Right? It's very... The timing of it is strange. Why are you only picking 2 months? Make it permanent and actually make a change if that's the direction you're headed in. Like Jagmeet was saying, right?
Yeah. I mean, then it kind of nullifies his carbon tax if you make that permanent, right?
Well,
He could just get rid of that, right?
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, yeah, but his climate change, he was...
have say in terms of the carbon tax? Is he going to do something about it?
Get rid of it.
Yeah,
He's going to get rid of it?
Yeah.
Entirely, yeah. It's a tax. That's his whole platform.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So Trudeau was on he was at a conference held by a Global Citizen, who's basically an anti-poverty organization. And this was like 4 or 5 days ago, I think 6 days ago.
Yeah.
And he's basically on this clip talking about how climate change is more important than your bills.
Right.
So if you want to play.
Really, really easy when you're in a short-term survive. I got to be able to pay the rent this month. I got to be able to buy groceries for my kids, to say, okay, let's put climate change as a slightly lower priority. We can't do that around climate change. Everyone sort of understands, oh yes, we need to grow an economy and protect the environment at the same time. But when it comes to putting dollars in pockets for people, they don't want to hear about, oh, if they just, pay a little more for an electric car, then that'll be protecting the environment. They can't pay a little more for an electric car right now. There's a sense that affordability is in direct contrast with our moral responsibility to protect the planet. We have a first primary responsibility to citizens in our own countries, because if they're not on board with us stepping up to fight climate change, both at home and around the world, they will withdraw political support from parties that are focused on doing that. And that's the challenge we have to tackle.
So he knows what's going on.
It seems like it, but he just keeps contradicting himself.
Yeah.
He's like, we can't not do this.
Yeah.
Right? We have to protect the climate. And then he's like, but right now people don't want to pay for things.
Yeah.
So he just keeps contradicting himself. And like, newsflash, what matters to Canadians right now is their bills and their rent and their mortgage. Because right now, when you have to choose, like he's saying, you're going to choose yourself and what matters to you, economically speaking, because you can't do anything else.
I mean, for somebody like him, I feel like his net worth is somewhere in the $80 or $90 million range, right? Like, you're so disconnected from the average Canadian, right? When it comes to money. And it's very easy to say something like climate change is important, right? You can't do that, right? Like, especially when you come through a high interest rate era where like there's so many articles
It's the last thing on
where people can't afford their homes because they've gotten themselves into situations with really big mortgages, right? And now you're going to tell that person like, hey, listen, you got to save the planet, right? No, right? I got
to save money.
Right? They got to save money. They have to feed their kids. They have to put gas in their cars. They're just
even
holding
food
everything
shelters
together.
are at all-time highs right now.
Yeah, so like this whole, and then he doesn't let it go because he went on both sides of it.
Why he chose this hill to die on? It's, as a voter, I would respect it if he had the ability to be like, you know what, it was good back then, but right now the climate has shifted and the economic climate has shifted. People need money. I'm gonna change my stance on this thing a little bit or somewhat, right?
Yeah.
I could respect that. This guy's just like, no. 8 out of 10 Canadians are benefiting more when I give them $200 every 2 quarters.
But even that, he was saying, I swear he just said that most Canadians can't afford to buy electric vehicles.
Yeah, he says it. He says it, and then he goes, but you got to save the climate.
And he's not incentivizing anyone to buy electric vehicles. That's not what he's doing.
Yeah.
All he's doing is punishing you for using oil, right? Which is
all your bills are up too, and even if you buy electric.
Not to mention it's one of Canada's biggest exports.
Yeah.
Right? So what do you want, the country to go broke?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what?
I mean, further along in the interview, there's another clip.
Yeah.
Apparently he's not let's just watch it. I'll talk.
You can all think of different elections in which people said very clearly they're not going to do anything on fighting climate change, and they'll focus only on affordability, and they get elected. That's not the way we're going to save the planet. And that's not even the way we're going to build a strong resilient economy into the coming decades. We need to make sure that we are not moralizing and telling people, oh, you need to care about future generations. You need to care about species you've never heard of going extinct.
Yeah, go
that
bankrupt.
approach of trying to make people feel bad because they're just trying to feed their families, just trying to, get a good day's work in and cover the mortgage, that has actually worked against us as environmentalists and activists.
So why do you
We're
keep
focused
doing
on
it?
Canadians. I'll let the bankers worry about the economy.
He have posted that on his YouTube.
Oh, that's how you
today,
pulled it? Yeah.
Let the bankers worry about the economy.
No, it's not his job.
In the end of that clip, I don't know if you missed it, but he said, us environmentalists, right? Justin, you're the prime minister. You got to worry about the economy.
Yeah.
You got to worry about people and where they're at and where their money's at and how much they can spend, right?
I mean, I don't know a single person that comes up to me and goes, I'm worried about climate right now.
Not right now.
No.
You don't have the time or the luxury to worry
when
about.
times are good and everyone's in, if you want to have this question 5 years ago, people might talk about climate change.
The only time it comes up is when it either snows too much or it's hot in December.
Yeah.
Oh, climate change, global warming.
Yeah. And then there's all these, I don't know, if you want to go whole tinfoil hat, that it's not global warming, it's global cooling, and there's always people that are, I don't know, arguing
it's
about
not fair.
Yeah.
I also haven't done that much research on it, so
Yeah.
I mean, he just keeps insisting that this is helping Canadians.
No,
it's okay to say you were wrong.
What he's doing here, I feel like he's just circling the wagons and he's saying everything. He's saying that Canadians need a break on their mortgage and he's saying that you shouldn't be worried about climate.
Even
and then he's like,
we can't judge them.
Yeah, we can't judge them, but he is judging them. He's like, you shouldn't be.
He's for the people.
Right? He's for the people.
All people.
He's for the environment. He's for everything.
Species that don't exist yet.
Okay, should we move on to the next story?
Yeah.
So the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu for his war crimes, apparently. And then everyone started giving their opinions, and Canada chimed in. And here's where Canada stands.
Really important that everyone abide by international law. This is something we've been calling on from the beginning of the conflict. We are one of the founding members of the International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice. We stand up for international law, and we will abide by all the regulations and rulings of the international courts. This is just who we are as Canadians. At the same time, we need to keep working to solve this terrible situation. We need to see aid flowing in to people who are facing famine and disease. We need to see all the hostages released. We need to see Hamas lay down its arms. We condemn Hamas for its continued actions. We need to see a ceasefire that protects civilians. We need to get back on track towards a two-state solution with a peaceful Israel living alongside a peaceful Palestinian state.
I mean, you can't really argue against most what he's saying, right? Like, he's just advocating for peace from his perspective. But the reason he's doing it, he's like, Canada's one of the founding members of the ICC. And that's what Canadians do. You just fall into line and you don't really think about what benefits your country or what you should be doing.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they're founding members or not. To my knowledge, Israel's not part of the ICC, right? So they have no jurisdiction. This doesn't matter. I even read where first France came out and they were like, yeah, we fully support this. And then like literally a day later, they were saying something along the lines of like, it's very complicated legal matter. If Netanyahu was to come to France, I don't know if we can arrest him, right? And then there's a bunch of countries saying that they agree with it and a bunch of countries saying that the whole world needs to act and like hold this guy accountable. And they're kind of flip-flopping and going on both sides.
Yeah, everybody seems to be torn.
Yeah. You guys want to move on to the Russia-Ukraine escalation? Okay, so here's a clip of Russia sending medium-range missiles to Ukraine and then Putin's response on why he did it. Sick for you if you could play both the clips.
Завод. Еще! Еще! Твою мать!
That's crazy. There's more?
Еще!
Imagine being in that war zone. That's
Right? Or look how close he is to it too.
He's just in some.
It could easily just be like his.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he's just watching it unfold.
It's pretty
Oh my
good.
god, that many. That's so scary.
So how many people died?
I don't know the exact number.
Yeah.
Should I play this?
Yeah, play
Yeah.
that.
На применение американского и британского дальнобойного оружия 21 ноября текущего года российские вооруженные силы нанесли комбинированный удар по одному из объектов оборонно-промышленного комплекса Украины. В боевых условиях было проведено в том числе и испытание одной из новейших российских ракетных систем средней дальности. В данном случае с баллистической ракетой в безъядерном гиперзвуковом оснащении. Мы считаем себя вправе применять наше оружие против военных объектов тех стран, которые позволяют применять свое оружие против наших объектов. А в случае эскалации агрессивных действий будем отвечать также решительно и зеркально. Об этом рекомендую серьезно задуматься и правящим элитам тех стран, которые вынашивают.
Yeah, so this guy's not really beating around the bush.
Yeah.
He's pretty straight up in what he's saying there. So
Yeah.
Ukraine launched U.S. missiles
Yeah.
in Russia.
Yeah.
And that's how they responded. These non-nuclear. His word choicing was
Yeah.
unique there too, right? He's like
Yeah.
non-nuclear.
I don't know.
They-
I'm not saying like I don't want to encourage any kind of nuclear talks,
Yeah,
but he says it all the time, and he doesn't really.
he has
do
been
it.
saying it for a long
Right, he's been saying it for a very long time. So I feel like at this point, I don't know if the U.S. or anyone else is thinking he's going to take it there.
I mean, Biden's officials did come out and say that the U.S. needs to be prepared and up their nuclear force
Mm-hmm.
to
It's saying
deter growing
only
threat
21 people died.
from that attack. Okay.
Mhm.
So from those medium range missiles, yeah.
Yeah.
But much more wounded and
Yeah.
injured.
I mean, nobody wants nuclear war, man. That's
For
kind of
sure,
scary
that's not good for
that just
anybody.
keeps being tabled. Because I saw all of these articles and everyone talking about, oh, he's talking about nuclear war, right? And
He
I was
never
like, yeah.
directly said it.
But he says it all the time.
He's been saying it for a long time, right?
Right.
But that wasn't a vague threat at all. He was pretty direct.
Yeah.
Even Ukraine was saying next they're going to launch UK missiles.
Yeah.
He's like, anybody supplying these guys,
Yeah.
we're going to retaliate decisively.
He's going to
What
say
else
that.
is he going to say?
Yeah. What do you want him to say? Anyone supplying him, keep supplying.
But you think he'll retaliate with nukes?
That's the fear.
That's the fear people have, but I don't think so.
It's
Right?
also the
'Cause
media. There's a lot of fear mongering.
it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf, right? Like if you're going to keep saying that you're going to use nukes, eventually it goes away. But I mean, you don't want to encourage
At
that.
the end of the day, that's the one thing
Yeah.
nobody wants, right?
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate situation. Anything
Yeah.
that's happening there, hopefully it gets resolved soon. Both of these guys are saying when now that Trump's in power,
Yeah.
magically it's
I saw
gonna
that.
resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see.
Who? Putin saying that?
Putin said that, and the other
Zelensky?
They
Yeah.
both said it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
both said it.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe he's had some sort of conversations with them, right?
That's what he said. He's
Where-
like, didn't you hear him on Rogan?
Yeah.
He's like, when I get elected, I'm gonna call him
Yeah.
Vladimir.
Yeah.
You don't want this.
Yeah.
That's how. He's like, how would you solve the war? He's like, I'm gonna call him, and be like, Vladimir. You
Yeah.
don't want this.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's scary launching missiles into
Just
a country
talking about
regardless.
nukes in general
Yeah,
is
man.
scary.
It's
Yeah.
weird, right? And then I feel like we're lucky because we're an ocean away, right? And that's what makes us feel comfortable.
That's the security that we
Yeah.
have.
But
That's
remember, like you were saying, the winter thing,
yeah,
like
like
launching
nuclear
them?
winter.
and it's just drifting over.
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's still impact.
Yeah.
I mean, nuclear bombs are the one thing that everybody kind of has and nobody wants to use. It's
Yeah,
like
because
that
one
panic
part,
button.
yeah, if one person fires them, right, it's kind of
It's game over.
everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
So, yeah.
They keep talking about climate change, right? That kind of changes a lot of things, right?
Yeah,
Just
there won't be
nuking the
much
whole
of a
planet. Okay, so let's move on to something less deep. Sports. So basically, LeBron said he's coming off social media. Apparently, some fan tweeted something saying that sports media has gotten really negative, and then LeBron commented saying "Amen," and then he tweeted saying, "And with that said, I'll haul at y'all getting off social media for the time being. Y'all take care."
Yeah. I mean, he always does this during the playoffs.
Mm.
Like the 0 Dark 30 activated amount.
Yeah.
He gets off social media. I don't know. It's kind of. Have you seen his Instagram lately?
No.
He's he started posting a lot on the election.
Yeah.
And like clips from it. And he's like, the choice is obvious. And then after Trump won, he had some photo up with his daughter. I don't know exactly what he said. Yeah. I don't know if that's weighing on him and he just wants to get off social media. But it seems kind of out of the blue. Like the sports media has been negative our whole lives. It's how they get views. Nothing's changed. You don't. When are they going to be positive? That doesn't get views.
Yeah, if you're playing
news in general, right?
Yeah, if people are going to criticize something, right, and if they're going to always they're going to give you positive criticism, then that's it.
Exactly.
They're going to debate and they're going to judge, and that's how you're going to generate views.
That's
right?
why we watch.
Yeah, right. And then I don't know, the thing with his daughter, like I get it because we don't really have that kind of problem, those kind of abortion problems in Canada, right? Per se, it kind of like the three parties kind of align on like
those issues.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, I could see somebody getting terrified, but I feel like that's a lot of just algorithms feeding you whatever you're researching on Instagram or YouTube or wherever you get your content from, and then you just end up in a place where you think it's worse than it is, right? Like even if he's scared of a Trump presidency, right? You're talking 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. Like this isn't a lifetime kind of thing, right? And it's a state's issue when it comes to abortion, right? But outside of that, like, I don't know. Do you think he was just too vocal politically? And then
when you lose.
And then when you lose, like one, there's that you lost. And then two, people probably comment different things.
For sure.
Right? Like if somebody was supporting him, but then now politically he didn't line up.
People have been commenting things to him for a long time now.
For a long time, but you see what Candace Owens does to this guy?
Yeah.
She's been talking about him in the Diddy list for like...
Maybe it's a lot of that too. I keep seeing that clip everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a Diddy party.
Yeah. She doesn't...
That would get so annoying. So annoying. Imagine if it was just in your feed all the time.
Even if he did it, if he didn't do anything, that's still thrown in his face, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody like...
His kids, like, you don't want that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And then like Candace Owens, I feel like she said multiple times about like how he's always so vocal on every social justice issue. And then when it comes to Diddy, he's been silent.
But Candace Owens is so ruthless.
She is ruthless.
So it's like, I don't know, you kind of have to have a backbone when it comes to her. She'll talk about anyone like that.
Yeah.
But LeBron's one of the people that she picked. She just picks on him all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with
Diddy arrest.
What, she picks on him?
Yeah.
No, it's because he's also really left, right? And he's always quick to speak on a lot of these social justice issues, right? And she's obviously right? So she's going to pick somebody like that apart, right?
His lawyers are trying to fight for him to just get house arrest.
Who?
Diddy.
Really?
Diddy's lawyers, yeah.
Damn.
I don't think he's going to just get house arrest.
I don't think so either. I think him and R. Kelly are going to make some tunes.
I mean, that could have nothing to do with it. That's just a guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And then apparently some NBA players have been getting robbed. You see that?
Crazy story.
The NBA is warning players to guard against sophisticated South American crime rings, according to a memo obtained by NBC News. It comes in the wake of a recent reported burglaries of NBA stars like Bobby Portis and Michael Conley Jr.
Yeah, so originally the NFL received a memo from the FBI after Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, those aren't little names.
Mm-hmm.
Their houses were burglarized last month,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently they were just going for like cash items, like jewelry, watches, things you could flip, right?
Like while they're at the game, right? Like while they're playing.
Yeah. So like, there's kind of been a history of that,
Yeah.
like players getting robbed.
Right.
I don't know if any of you guys remember Sean Taylor from the NFL.
Mm,
He was a pretty
mm,
promising player,
mm.
right? They thought like for a while now, players have been getting robbed while they're at the games.
Yeah.
Good time to rob them. Even
Yeah.
rappers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But Sean Taylor, I think he was murdered at his home when they came, right? Pretty sad story. Even Steven Jackson got robbed at gunpoint at home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a thing. The only difference here with this time around, they believe it's a crime ring. Like the FBI actually told them and warned them.
Yeah. That's what they're saying. A sophisticated South American crime rings. So like
South America. Yeah.
That's pretty wild, man.
That
They're
is-
waiting. Yeah, they basically know it's because schedules, everyone knows when these players are playing, where they're going. So if you're going to track down where they live,
Especially when it was Mahomes and Kelsey. You can just watch one game. Their entire family's there. You know nobody's gonna even be there. But easy solution, these guys are rich as hell. Up your security.
Definitely. They also, but you know what the thing is? Those might not even be properties where they live at all the time.
Exactly.
Right? It's not like they just own
So
one
many
house.
properties.
Yeah.
So if you have a house in LA or something and you're not there for 6 months, somebody
Sure.
knows what they're gonna break in.
Yeah.
Right? Some crazy stuff. So the John Jones fight.
Yeah. Dope.
Right? I don't think there's any argument left now
Shouldn't be.
on like who the greatest of all time is in UFC anyways. But yeah, when he was fighting Stipe, that spinning kick,
Yeah.
oh my god. When I was watching
I never seen a fight end like that.
I don't know, people talk about basketball IQ when it comes to Braun, and they're
Yeah.
always like he's the smartest basketball player ever, whether you want the Jordan debate or not. They always say IQ wise, nobody touches him. I think fight IQ is a thing, man. The way John Jones was standing there and he was waiting and he was picking him apart, like he was doing whatever he wanted, right?
I mean, selfishly, I don't want the guy to retire just because of that.
Mhm.
Like watching him, it's like art, right? He's so good at what he does. So
Yeah.
methodical.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch, man.
Yeah, I mean, but he is getting old, but like, I don't know. Anytime, I remember the last time he was challenged, I think it was Dominic Reyes and Gustafsson. Ever
Yeah.
since then, I don't
And he
know,
came back and
man.
he beat both those
Yeah.
guys, so.
Yeah.
Even his one loss, they made the rule legal now.
The 12-6 elbows. Yeah.
Yeah, 12-6.
Yeah.
It's legal now.
It was
so-
Matt Hamill, right? I
Yeah,
think. Yeah. And then after the fight, he was doing the Trump dance. You see that?
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing it now.
Yeah, apparently it went viral.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of these guys. Yeah.
Even in the NFL, yeah.
Yeah.
He even like dabbed his dog, right? Did you see that video
No.
after he won?
No, I didn't see
His
that.
dog came up and like dabbed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right.
really? That's pretty cool.
I saw he was pointing at Trump after he even did the dance.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
He ran out of the ring. He said,
Yeah.
"What up to him?"
he gave him the belt and Trump gave it back. I don't
Yeah.
know if he was going to give him like a different one, but like,
Yeah.
He's
People
got-
are pissed off too. They're like the NFL's because the NFL's so quick to find people after celebrating, but they're just dancing. How are they gonna justify finding them?
oh, they want to find people for this?
Yeah, because one of their players was wearing a MAGA hat and he got fined for that. But that was like, you can't be political when you're playing on national team. It's worked into their contract. You're literally not allowed. But dancing, that's hard to enforce. Or even if you should, I don't think they should be enforcing that. Really.
Yeah. I mean, I just remember when he went outside the ring, it's like,
It is political though, because remember when that guy like took a knee, and then that was like,
Kaepernick?
Yeah,
That-
but you're dancing.
but it's just something. It's like
just
a,
fun.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of them might not even be politically leaning. They're just like making fun of the way he dances, right?
Yeah.
How can you?
Well,
Argue
when it catches fire, you see these TikTok dances.
Yeah.
What do you think these celebrations are?
Yeah.
Same
And it's
thing,
funny.
right? And it is
It's
funny.
funny for sure.
Yeah, and he before that nobody did it, right? It was basically him that pioneered that, or
It kind of
was
happened at the same time.
Same
They
time?
all started doing it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
guess
who
because
did it
Trump
first.
won, they were doing that.
Yeah.
I just saw that like RFK, Tulsi, Vivek, Elon, they were all just sitting there
Everybody
Yeah.
right
did
beside
it.
the octagon.
They just roll deep. The whole team's always. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Who do you think John Jones is gonna fight next?
He can fight whoever he wants,
Yeah.
but he said some stuff about I think everybody wants him to fight Aspinall.
Oh yeah. So for you want to play this?
I feel like Tom's been such an asshole that I don't want to do business with him. He's 30, so he's from this influencer generation where you hop online and the t-shirt sales and all that. I'm past that type of stuff. I'm like, bro, if you had a little bit more respect, then maybe we could have worked something out, and fighting me gives him an opportunity to change his life forever. And I don't even want to give him the opportunity. Like he just played his cards wrong with me personally. And I'm 3 years from being a 40-year-old grown man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the press conference, going through the whole shebang with him. I'd rather not do. Pajeda on the other side, respectful, cool, barely says much. It's like I'll do business with you. I would risk it all with a human being like you. You actually have the accolades to back up your shit. This other guy is just a big mouth who's hot today.
What did he do or what did he say?
Who, Aspinall?
Yeah.
He was kind of leaning into the fight, and people started saying that John Jones is ducking him, so he kind of started leaning into that.
Oh, okay.
Like McGregor style, like provoking him.
Yeah.
I guess that's rubbing this guy the wrong way. Honestly, he can choose his fights at this point in his career.
He sounded pretty mature to me how he was talking.
I mean, is this a later? Because I saw some videos. He was like,
I think it was right before the fight.
Okay, because after that, he was like, we'll see who will fight next. I just want to, I want to make
right
sure
after
that I'm financially compensated.
Yeah.
Right. And he was like,
that's what now his take is. He's like, I'll take on Aspinall if it's a big payday.
Yeah, you want the bag. Right.
Yeah.
And he deserves it.
I don't think. Right. Me personally, I don't think John Jones ducks anybody.
No, I don't think.
Nor is he afraid of anybody. I think he means that. And arguably, that Pajeda fight might be the better fight. No?
John Jones, I'm not saying Pajeda is not.
I don't think either of them are beating him.
After
what he should do is not bolt out.
Right? Career. I think people are trying to be like Pajeda's
Who are you guys saying?
Pajeda.
Why are you saying
that's how you pronounce his name?
What is he? What's his background?
Honestly, don't know.
Is he Brazilian or something?
Just how
you guys are saying he's Punjabi.
No. I guess.
Chama.
That's what he said. Chama.
Yeah, no, that guy's pretty crazy. Right?
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, but they're similar in age. He's slightly smaller than John Jones. Yeah. I think they're similar in height. But John Jones has a lot.
That probably has something to do with it too. He's just like, I don't want to fight this little kid, bratty little kid. He's always on
Aspinall.
Yeah,
but Aspinall's always on way heavier and stuff, right? I don't know. It's to me, Aspinall seems like the dangerous fight. I'm not saying Pajeda's not.
So you think he's ducking him?
No, I don't think he's ducking him. I think he's saying that if you want me to take on that risk, give me the bag. That's what he's saying.
That's fair.
That doesn't mean he thinks he's gonna lose. John Jones doesn't think he's gonna lose. I don't think John Jones is gonna.
That's what he should do. He should knock them both out. Call it a day.
That's hard to do. Which one do you take first, though?
Well, honestly, Dana. I think he came out and said that if he wants to fight, it's gonna be Aspinall.
Yeah, he was saying he's gonna fight Aspinall, so maybe Dana's gonna give him what he wants, right? But I don't know that Pajeda fight. If he keeps doing what he's doing, and John Jones, that's a mega fight in the UFC. When's the last time you saw a mega fight in the UFC like that? I mean, they happen, but to
most of the time it's when he's fighting.
Yeah.
Hear about Dana White saying he's doesn't want to do anything with politics anymore. I was reading about that today.
Oh really?
He's done backing anything to look, he finds it disgusting backing Trump. He's I'm out.
That's out of left field.
Yeah. He's I'm not doing any of these things anymore.
No,
is that just fatigue, I think, right?
Okay, first of all, that's from CNN, right?
No, I read it somewhere else too.
No, but is that he's saying politics is disgusting? I don't think he's saying Trump is disgusting, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're saying it because of that.
Yeah.
But he was saying that he doesn't want to.
Yeah, because it is.
Because you can imagine. So Dana White was one of the main reasons why Trump ended up on Rogan.
Yeah.
Right?
The reason.
He's been pushing for Trump for years now, right? And which is fair because Trump gave Dana a shot with the UFC back in the day when no one else was giving him a shot.
Yeah.
Right. So he is repaying that.
Returning the favor.
Right. So, I mean, I just see that as a loyal thing, right? He's just being loyal. Right.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to do this, man, people, I mean, people don't stop when it comes to politics, right? And then they're gonna go after Dana. They're gonna go after Elon. They're gonna do
super
these
invasive too, right?
Yeah.
Started like looking at your life, dissecting everything. That's probably the part of it. Like politics is an ugly game.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone wants to sign up and run for office, right? And just because you supported somebody, I don't know, then you're gonna like the
He
job.
wants to put on a show all the time. Like he's just gonna call him up and be like, "Hey,
Who?
I don't know, like Trump or whoever is winning."
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
That facade sort of.
The whole charade.
That's what I think. That's how he's saying it's dirty, it's disgusting, it wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah. It's also
that's
like
funny how CNN like
Said it because of Trump, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that they're trying to say that he's calling Trump disgusting. Like, are you nuts? Like, he's not gonna do that. Why do they even write things like that?
Yeah, and look, all the pictures are just him and Trump.
Right? Oh my.
But I mean, he did campaign for him.
Yeah, which you would expect to them, right? So look at
no, like what other picture would you put? You'd have to put Trump in it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, look at the stupid celebrity endorsements that Kamala Harris got.
No, for sure.
Right? And like Dana White is
apparently she paid them all too.
Yes or no, we don't know. Right? Allegedly.
I know. I've heard a lot of things. Oprah saying she didn't.
Yeah. Apparently those lists are fake or not.
Yeah.
Like the way that they are paid is that they're hired talent, right? To speak, or like, I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, with Dana White, man, I don't know. I think they shouldn't try to spin these stories. He's not exactly somebody who shies away from the public.
Yeah.
So if somebody talks shit, he's gonna come right back at him.
sure.
Right? Dana's not the guy.
Yeah.
Where CNN wants to be like he's discussing with Trump. I don't know, that the way they worded that was just funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about Trump, let's move on to. Look, these are merely our opinions based on our life experiences, knowledge, and research. Maybe you agree or disagree, or simply want to be a part of the conversation. Leave a comment and let us know your thoughts. Now let's get back to the pod. According to CNN, former Florida Rep Matt Gaetz, who withdrew from consideration as President-elect Donald Trump's pick for Attorney General on Thursday, said Friday he will not be returning to Congress next year. I'm still going to be in the fight, but it's going to be from a new perch. I do not intend to join the 119th Congress, he told Charlie Kirk in an interview.
Yeah. So he was accused of sex with an underage girl.
He was 17, I think.
Damn. He denied all wrongdoing, but he's stepping away from Congress at the same time. I don't know.
I don't know. This is all allegedly because he's denying everything.
Yeah.
Like I read it was
his wife staying with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he might have paid for it. And apparently when he stepped down was when some reports are coming out that he did it more than once or like the second time.
I think though whenever there's any sort of thing like this, they always step down, whether it's true or it's false. They can't even have that bad sort of like.
Yeah, you got to get away.
Yeah.
As soon as possible, I guess. Yeah.
So there was no other option.
Yeah. I mean, and you don't want somebody with sexual assault allegations being the attorney general.
And that being said, yeah, it could be 100% true.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, it's all alleged at this point. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know exactly what happened, right?
Right.
We can have our own opinions on what we think could have happened. I don't know what he did or didn't do.
You know, he joined Cameo too right after this. He's charging $525 per account.
He's like, I need a new job.
Yeah.
Well, who's
That's
going to pay
not
for a
that
cameo
much.
from this guy?
Especially with all his
After this, somebody's like, oh, okay, I know who I want a cameo for.
$525 for one, like a 30-second video?
Or do you think people want it?
I hope not. I don't know.
I mean, I agreed with Trump's like other picks, Tulsi, Vivek, Elon. But even Homan, right? Like you could say that, mass deportation's bad or whatever your opinions are, but there's some real criminals in the States, man.
Yeah.
We don't have those problems in Canada where we don't hear about it that much because it's not that prevalent here, where there's people committing murders and stuff, right? Who are these migrants? That's a real issue in the States, right? So even if that guy's a little bit on the hard side of things when it comes to deportations, I don't see a problem, right? But these recent picks, right? Like even Matt Gaetz stepping down, you'd like to think that somebody would have vetted that, right?
For sure.
Or it kind of.
Do you think that like he's really challenging the Senate Republicans with these really weird picks, really strong, bold?
I mean, the Dr. Oz thing, right? Putting him in control of Medicare and Medicaid.
Yeah.
Like, What is that?
But
Right? Like, I'm not saying like, okay, there's going to be a group of people who are going to start saying like, what's he doing? He's getting mascots out here. Like,
Exactly,
what are you really doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's next? Is Kid Rock going to be like the Ministry of Education?
Yeah.
Like, what do you, right? You're going to start getting a lot of
That was my stance. Like, do you think it'll backfire with the Senate? Like, will he lose support from the Republican Senate that's already there? At some point, it gets gimmicky, right? Like, like Dr. Oz and stuff.
Yeah, he's opening the door for people to talk shit.
Exactly, right?
Right.
Up till now, it was pretty good. It was working.
Yeah.
But outside of this guy, did you know there's other people who have allegations, sexual assault allegations as well?
But
like his defense secretary pick, Pete Hegseth.
Really?
I think that's how you say it.
No.
But he's accused of the same thing, sexual assault in 2017. RFK, I think you know about it.
Yeah.
With his babysitter. That was in 99. And even Linda McMahon.
Yeah.
He appointed her. That was out of left field.
I mean,
too.
I think the left...
Her enabling sex abuse of children.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was weird. But
that's wild.
Now all this is coming to light.
The Linda McMahon thing, wasn't she the ambassador to UN or something in his first term? She had some sort of role.
Oh, she was already.
Yeah. So like a lot
now
of people
she's
are acting like
education.
they're acting like that's something new.
Well, a little bit of it's probably just like friends and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, Sukhfir can fact check that while we talk, but like, yeah, I feel like those other sexual assault allegations you're talking about, I don't know, man. You can't trust anything in politics, right? We don't know what part of that is just media trying to take people down versus what's real.
But it's more of the vetting thing, right? Like these guys should have been like RFK thing's been known about for a while now. But
like, remember when Trump was running and they had that what was that weird looking?
He's gonna dismiss his hush money trial, by the way.
Why wouldn't you? White lady's name who said like Trump sexually assaulted her.
Which one?
Remember the Pookie one that was on Anderson Cooper? No, the other one.
Oh.
There's some weird one on Anderson Cooper who like tried to hit on Anderson Cooper, and she was like, yeah, it was like a whole weird thing. But yeah, you never know what part of that is actually real. You have to, I don't know, look into those things individually. So I don't really want to get into that.
Yeah.
But this Matt Gaetz
It's all
thing,
alleged.
yeah, this Matt Gaetz thing was
He's apparently been supporting him though, like forever. Linda McMahon.
I think they're friends, right?
Yeah, like she endorsed. She gave him like $6 million his first presidency.
Yeah.
For his like thing, and
you know who she is, right?
Yeah.
But
she stepped down
with all the Vince
and she ran for U.S. Senate.
What Vince is doing.
Remember his texts? Those were
crazy.
I didn't watch the Netflix.
I didn't either. I didn't either.
I don't even know how it paints him or whatever, but like, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
I think people just kind of skipped right over that, but like, yeah.
There's that too. We didn't even tie that in. That she was married to that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They're divorced?
I don't even know. I'm just assuming.
Yeah. Okay. You got anything to add there?
It's just, I don't know. I think maybe he'll lose some support there. That's my guess.
They separated.
Getting a little gimmicky.
This year.
This year?
Yes,
right after that, probably.
2024.
Yeah, I know those texts were wild. I remember when I first read them.
They're disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even want to finish.
They're wild, man.
Yeah, I couldn't finish reading.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's a wrap for the stories. Let's move on to off topic.
So Kendrick Lamar just dropped a surprise album.
Yeah.
On Friday, November 22nd, called GNX. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's the album cover. Do you know what a GNX is?
I'm guessing it's a car.
It's the
The one he's standing.
no idea like what GNX meant. So I checked.
I wondered the same thing.
Yeah.
You showed the cover.
It's the one that he's leaning on. It's like a vintage 1987 Buick.
Makes sense.
But I don't know, like
Vintage is like the year.
yeah, I guess the significance is that that's the car that his dad used to drop him off at school or something, and then he bought one recently. But like,
So what's going on with the album? Is he just dissing Drake again or what?
He's moved on.
Are you dissing other people?
Well, so you know how he is doing the 2025 Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So it's in New Orleans, hometown of Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne always expressed interest in wanting to do it in his hometown. And then when it was announced that Kendrick got it instead, there's been a few videos of Lil Wayne like talking about how sad he is and how it got ripped away from him. So this was they did like a Wheezy Fest just like this month.
Yeah. Okay.
And he like said this.
That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that fucking position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucking moment right here, they can't take that, man. They can't take that.
Yeah, ripped away from him, so he says. And then Kendrick, when he releases album on the first song, he has a line in there kind of like responding to Lil Wayne that said, used to bump the Carter 3, I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down.
Yeah.
And then Lil Wayne had a tweet that responded to that.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, WTF I do. I just be chilling and they still come from my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love.
Okay.
So is that kind of a threat? Like about to ignite a rap beef?
I just think he's like pretty entitled. Like you don't
He's
just
butthurt.
Yeah.
and he's acting so entitled, right?
Yeah.
You don't get to just perform at the because you really want to.
You don't get to choose.
Yeah.
Someone else chooses.
They pick whoever they want.
Was that even a diss? That's what, like, when you read that, I let Lil Wayne down. Is that a diss?
It could be though, just because of how Kendrick Lamar is. He always takes like shots.
Yeah,
So-
But that's not much of it. That's like when J. Cole was like letting Nas down. He made that song, right?
Yeah, I feel like that wasn't really. I don't know. Me reading that, I don't know if that is a diss, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
like
clearly Lil Wayne took it as that.
yeah, he
interpreted
could.
as.
I think
But-
he's just looking for fuel to feed whatever the hell he's feeling. He's clearly really sad about it. He's
Yeah, but like you were saying, just because you want to do something doesn't mean you get it, right?
Exactly.
Just because New Orleans doesn't mean you get it.
You think you worked hard for
Yeah.
it. Doesn't mean anything.
And then on top of it, with that Drake Kendrick beef, right? Kendrick's had a hell of a year,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, people also keep saying that you know, he obviously he's gonna go there and probably perform not like us, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna rub it in for Drake a little bit more, but
Drake's
Apparently-
kind of quiet right now, no?
yeah, I guess, right? Like he dropped like some.
He dropped
music-
something.
something.
Today or yesterday.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Did he?
Yeah. I saw he took a picture, something I didn't read the article.
But apparently I've seen a couple of these interviews where people said that he's been offered the Super Bowl
yeah,
a few
quite
times, yeah, and he's turned it down,
I don't know.
right? So it's not like he hasn't been offered it before, right? But yeah,
Drake or Lil Wayne?
Drake, not Lil Wayne.
not Lil Wayne. yeah.
Even Lil Wayne, he's tied to Drake. That might be part of the reason.
But imagine this. So imagine if like he calls up Wayne and they like kind of squash this thing and he's like, I meant it this way.
Yeah,
If you bring in New Orleans, you're gonna play Not Like Us, and then you're gonna bring out Lil Wayne.
yeah.
if
But showstopper, Lil Wayne brings out Drake.
Oh no,
He's not going to bring out Lil
that's
Wayne.
like
That's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not
So cool.
I think Drake just underestimated this guy. He's more petty than him, man. This guy's petty.
this guy who Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not letting that go. Every time somebody forgets it about that,
He
track,
reminds him.
it just comes.
Yeah,
right
like
back.
there was this
Mhm.
DJ Mustard had a concert
Yeah.
where he like started playing a Drake song and he's like, and it switched to that
Drake, Drake.
Future song with Kendrick.
Mm,
Yeah.
It sounded really cool. But
mm.
it was like just everyone's just dissing him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if Drake might be pulling this, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But like, if you're not dropping tracks for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then people start missing those Drake tracks, and they're
Yeah,
like, yo,
eventually.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I haven't heard it, or he becomes irrelevant, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was even just like starting up this whole beef. He could have just ignored it. It's kind of beneath him. He didn't have to do it. Then you always risk
Stopping.
losing.
Who, Drake?
Drake.
What?
He could have just ignored it?
Yeah.
Huh.
People talk shit about him all the time.
But I think like fans really enjoyed it. Like everybody
that beef
really
was,
liked
yeah,
that beef.
it consumed.
But he was
And
going
it
to
kept
lose.
everyone so engaged.
When you're at the top like that, people are just rooting against you no matter what.
Like it was really relevant and it honestly like helped both of them. Helped Kendrick more.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna win a Grammy for that diss song.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know if
Probably.
it's ever been done. Then he's gonna perform it at the Super Bowl.
Mm.
He's not gonna let anybody forget this.
Nah, but people forget. You give them enough time. Like, who remembers Nas and Jay-Z's beef at this point?
Well, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, but I feel like 5-6 years ago, nobody goes, well, you know, Jay-Z
it's true.
this or that.
It's
People have
true.
forgotten all.
And I still think Drake's gonna come with an album. It's gonna people are gonna like
He'll always
it.
do well, yeah.
Yeah.
He always makes those nice little songs.
Nah, Drake's Drake, man. If he starts doing his shit that he's been doing, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
We got anything else?
Yeah. So Kim K.
What did she do?
So Kim K
Oh,
got
the
the
robot thing.
Tesla.
Is this
Or
like-
she visited the Tesla robot and she made a video she put on social
It's like
media.
a Tesla ad, I guess.
Hi. Can you do this? I love you.
Look at her rocks.
You know how to do that?
Oh my!
Okay.
I didn't even take that.
I just saw
do?
it when you said it.
Go
This
running.
scares me.
Let's go for a
This
run.
robot.
Right.
Do you know
Does
how
it
to
talk?
do? Oh,
Oh,
It's very
You are
fluid
Hawaiian.
movements.
Yeah.
It's like it's, a
very
human.
human-like, yeah.
Like imagine it just starts like kicking the shit out of her.
Yeah, that would be wild if it just slaps.
So scary to me.
There's another video too.
okay, guys. My ride is here. The new Tesla Cybercabs.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
is that a new Tesla? Or something?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Oh my god. Look at these rims.
What the hell is this? Is this real? I saw this and I was like, I don't know if this is fake or real.
What?
Like, I didn't know.
Like
if
that this happened or not?
Yeah,
No, I saw it too.
it's real, right?
Yeah, like she was like holding his hand and
What kind of weird marketing shit is this?
I mean,
Look at the way they put him in there.
Everyone's talking about it.
it'll probably work.
It's a great marketing thing.
No, but it's
and then
weird.
she took a
It is
bunch of
weird.
pictures.
Yeah.
She took a
Like,
bunch of
look at this
pictures with
picture.
the car, with the robot.
Yeah, like weird pictures, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got,
like, what is
looking
that?
at this. Yeah.
What's that?
These are pretty simple.
Holding
like
the
this.
robot and
Holding her skims though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
all
it's
this is-
great marketing.
Yeah.
She always I feel like hits the nail on the head. People, she gets people talking about it. It's like,
It's kind of weird.
This is so weird.
But look at the likes. There's like 1 million likes.
I think it's cool.
Oh my god.
I mean, Elon's smart. He's getting a lot of eyes on his stuff. He's promoting the obviously the robots and then the cab service.
Oh, the robotaxis.
Yeah, I think that's what that was.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. She said it. Yeah.
It looked different than the regular Teslas.
Yeah. We got anything else?
Yeah. You guys went to see Wicked?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wicked.
Wicked.
Really? You liked it?
Yeah, you did. It was such a good movie. So it's the movie with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Arrivo, based on the adaptation of the musical. So it's pretty big, and they've been.
So
what?
I found that out.
That it was a musical.
Yeah, so that
musical,
movie is a musical.
I don't do musicals.
Yeah,
but like it was so good. And then we went, we watched it in D-Box. So that's that. Do you know what that is? Why'd you start laughing?
No, because of how much he hates it and how much you're emphasizing.
Oh, so it's like D-Box is like a thing in a Cineplex where your seat moves with the movie. So it's like when
we went to it once and we got out of it because I was
you're sitting there and that shit started moving, and I'm like, is this gonna do this for 2 hours? Like,
on the side.
Yeah, you put it down.
We went to wasn't. This is. I won't say.
But like this one, it's like even when like the songs are playing, it moves a lot, right? Yeah. I thought it was so fun. But then like Indy was sitting beside me, and so I could see him in my peripheral, and like it just looked like he was just bopping along to the music. But it's like obviously the seat's moving, so I'm moving the same way.
I mean,
and then he was laughing so much. He loved the movie.
Something's funny, I'll laugh.
Yeah.
She was a really good actress.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
They both were
acted before. I had no idea.
Ariana Grande.
What's her name?
Yeah. She's an actor, no? She's in Disney.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. I thought she was just a singer.
And
she was a really good actor.
Yeah, they're both really great actors and singers, and even in the movie, like they sang live everything that they were singing. So it's like they wanted to like make it as similar to Broadway.
If this is a song, you can't play it.
It's not a song.
Okay. There's music in the back.
She's singing live.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember the last time I watched a musical.
Yeah, I didn't watch The Joker because of that. When I found out it was a musical, I was like, I'm not watching it.
I think that's why
a lot lately.
Why?
Everyone's like excited. You want to go watch Joker next?
You sure?
I hate music.
But what crowd are they trying to get by doing that?
Like same thing that Trudeau does, right? This is someone else going on doing some shit.
A lot of people like musicals. I don't know. Some people enjoy them.
No. Yeah, I guess. Like if it's in theater, then sure. But I don't know. In movies, I'm just like, no, I can't. I can't just sit there through a musical.
Well, that's just what like Bollywood movies are like.
Exactly.
We've been watching these musicals since we were young.
And that's the part you want to forward through.
Well, also, like, I don't watch them now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I want to. I could watch maybe an old one, but I don't really watch, like, Bollywood.
But you know the good thing about, like, Bollywood, watching them in theaters back in the day? Remember they used to have intermissions?
Yeah.
So it'd be like a 3-hour-long movie, but, like, in the halfway mark, you get, like, a break. You get up and move.
Like, dramatic music.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had to piss so bad during
like, this one should have had an intermission. Like, then I would really enjoy them more.
You're talking about an Albion, right? At the end. I remember the slushies. I used to die for those.
I don't remember Albion at all.
No?
I remember going.
People dress up. I remember going to watch these Indian movies like Warlange. Yeah. when I was younger.
We got anything else?
Yeah.
There's this video of basically from the Guinness Book of Records, the tallest woman in the world met the shortest woman in the world.
Why is this happening?
She's 26, the younger one. The shorter one. Sorry.
That's wild. How tall is the tall?
Hi. How are your makeup?
अभी बहुत टाइम हो गया तब मैंने
Not 7 feet. Did you say how old or how
Indian? How tall? 7 feet?
Yeah.
Damn.
Look, we missed the whole clip.
That's cool.
But yeah.
They just match.
Okay, yeah. So it's a really why is this happening?
No idea.
I don't know. Like that. It's interesting.
How tall was she? What were you saying?
7 feet.
7 feet.
7 feet. And the short one?
Okay.
I think it was like 2.
2 feet.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
2 feet.
Yeah.
5 feet taller.
Just
Like
over
a whole
2 feet.
human.
And the
Yeah,
other
no.
one's 7'7".
Wow.
That's smaller than a toddler. I feel like toddlers are like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you guys hear about Conor McGregor?
Same thing. Sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was actually convicted of it and had to pay out.
Wow.
Yeah. So originally he was saying that it was consensual.
Mm.
But then the jury found him guilty.
Was it here or like Ireland?
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it wasn't it wasn't too long ago, like 2018. So he was married.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
messed up.
Yeah.
But like, he
He's
pled
trying to
not
fight
guilty
it.
and he got convicted. Is
Yeah.
that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was saying both of them wanted it.
That doesn't seem like that much
But it was like
money to pay.
brutally
Mm.
raped and battered.
Mhm.
And he paid
What?
250
Yeah.
euros? 250 grand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much he
right.
has to pay out.
That doesn't seem like
Yeah, that doesn't seem.
And he's trying to
Right.
fight that too.
Damn.
Conviction.
Well, it's the conviction. I don't think it's the money for him, right?
Right.
Yeah. Clear his name.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That sucks if he's trying to fight again. I don't know if he's done fighting.
Yeah. I mean, with these kind of shenanigans, I don't know when he's going to fight next. Who's even going to fight if he comes
Didn't Thing want to
Jake Paul.
fight Jake Paul?
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called him out.
He's a lot smaller than Jake Paul,
I
man.
think Jake Paul beat him.
I think so too.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Because Jake Paul's a lot bigger, right?
Connor can't sell fights anymore. He's that good. Anymore.
He can sell fights.
I don't even know if he can sell it. I think people are over the gimmick. Speaking for people, I'm over it.
You're over the gimmick? So you're telling me if this guy's at a press conference and he goes,
I'll watch the press conference,
This guy,
but the
that's-
fight, I think he'll get his ass kicked.
That doesn't matter. People will watch.
Still watch it.
Yeah, 60 million people tuned in to watch Jake Paul fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He's
It was
fighting
pretty-
58-year-old man. People are watching that. You think they're not gonna watch?
Yeah,
If this guy's fighting Jake Paul, that's gonna get eyeballs.
probably.
But in the UFC, I don't know who he was supposed to fight. I think Michael Chandler, right?
Why they get canceled?
His toe or something. I
Yeah,
heard something like
injury.
that. Yeah,
He's like juiced up now, anyways.
I don't know. That's what a lot of people say, man. He looks a lot different, but I don't know.
Then he's doing this crap.
Yeah,
What
Did you
does
see that
juiced up
video of
mean?
him too? What
What does juiced up mean?
Steroids.
on
They're
steroids? Yeah,
What video?
but there was some video of him in like a club or something, and his wife's beside him, I think,
yeah.
and he just smacks the girl's
Oh,
ass.
yeah,
yeah. I
And then
think I saw
stuff like this comes out.
yeah. And then like she, and then she like gets in front of him, and he just goes, "Oh,
My bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was you.
When he pulled some other girl's hair?
I think that
Or he maybe
talked
did
about.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have anything else?
Yeah, so did you guys hear like Australia is banning social media for kids?
No.
So Elon Musk is not happy with that. He thinks it's just a way for like the government to control.
Okay.
But it's just so 16 years and younger they're banning
I mean, I don't
social media.
think it's, that might be too old. But I don't think it's the worst part.
Seeing how like what's happened with social media for sure.
Yeah.
I don't like I support it.
16 too?
Like
Imagine
I just
yourself
think
at
what's-
16.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But at 16 I didn't have social media.
Yeah,
Right?
fair.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. 16 isn't. You think is too young? I mean, too old?
Too old.
You think they should be allowed social
Yeah.
media at 16?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you'll feel left out. Like even you're saying you didn't have it, but did anybody?
No,
Have
Facebook
it?
got
No one
invented.
had it.
Yeah,
They're
so-
banning it across the board. So
Oh,
nobody
nobody.
I feel
has
like
it.
when I was 16, like BBM started being a thing then. No? Is that a thing?
No, we're older. All of that stuff
I
started.
got my cell phone at 16.
Okay.
Like people had flip phones.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was in high school.
Yeah, my first phone was a flip phone.
Yeah, I was one of the first people to get a cell phone, and it was a flip phone.
I mean, if it's a ban for everybody that
Yeah.
nobody has it, that's fine. If some people have it,
Well, the
then
rest of the
it's-
world will still have it, but Australia.
No, just
Yeah, everyone around you, right?
But Australia,
it's a
it
problem
is-
when some kids have it and some kids.
Yeah.
if Elon's like what he's talking about, like if it's like headed in the direction where they can ban anyone from it eventually
Yeah.
and try to navigate, you
That's
never
slippery
want to. That's a slippery slope, right?
Yeah.
But for kids, I don't disagree, man. Social media just makes kids compare. I mean, adults do it. Everyone does it,
For
right?
sure.
You see things
The
online.
FOMO.
You think people are doing
Yeah.
better than you are at whatever you're trying to
sure.
do good in, right? And then you start to get anxiety, right? And you start to get insecure.
Really
Then-
young kids are like suffering
Yes,
from it.
I mean-
Yeah, and all the bullying and the suicide. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and I mean, like, if you have a daughter, right? Like, I don't know. Do you
There's
want her?
predators.
Yeah,
like-
do you want her online doing these things?
Yeah.
Right. The longer you can keep her away from this stuff, the better, right?
I
Right.
just imagine myself as a teenager and not being able to be on social media.
I think
Especially having it and then getting it taken away.
that thing
For
yeah.
sure.
If you never experience it, like
You
going
grow up with-
forward,
exactly.
those kids,
Yeah.
they'll be
So
fine.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I saw this one person, I don't know if it was on a podcast or somewhere, where they were talking about what he does with his kids.
Yeah.
He's like every night after dinner, all the cell phones and tablets, they go into a safe and they're locked and the kids get them back in the morning.
Damn.
Because
Don't get
after,
them at night.
no, you can't just,
That recently.
you can't just,
She had a toy
yeah.
and I was like, it looks like a cell phone. And then
Oh,
I
that
was
thing
like,
that she was staring at.
yeah, I'm like, no, we need to do that
Yeah.
when she's older.
I think it's a smart thing, right? Because when your kids are, if they have the cell phone, they're like 14, 15,
Yeah.
16, whatever. When everyone goes to sleep, they're going to be on their phones.
For sure. It's definitely like a newer problem that parents have to consider, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're thinking about it.
We didn't
from-
have phones when we were that age.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a kid busy with extracurricular activities and
Yeah.
like you're trying to keep them in a place where they have other things and they're motivated to do other things than just be on social
It's
media.
also like they stay on it all night. They're so tired. They don't do well in school because of it. They're tired at school.
Yeah.
They don't. The effects of it are. There's so many levels of the
Yeah.
effects to it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And what are the cons to it? That like you're not a part of certain social groups.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that bad if all your friends don't have it or anything.
Yeah.
But imagine being 15 and you're like, next year, you don't get to use it. You've been using it for like 5 years.
Because the thing with social media is like these kids are using it to see people all over the world.
Yeah.
And so if it's only banned in Australia, everybody else that's their age is still using it. So I think they would still have the feeling of being left out.
Or their
Yeah.
parents are still using it.
Yeah.
That's like 16.
Yeah. Like I don't know how you
And I feel like
I'm not against it. I feel like, yeah, it'll be drastic to the person that had it today and doesn't have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But eventually that'll go away.
I
because the
feel
newer
like
generation won't
social
have it.
media could be one of those things. If you look at it like 20 years from
They're
now,
gonna study and stuff.
yeah, they're gonna treat it like how we look at cigarettes, where
Yeah.
we're like
For
people
sure.
were just smoking that, like, and they're gonna be like, they just let their kids go on these stupid websites
Yeah.
or these social media platforms, like
Nobody's
Instagram.
really
These
monitoring.
You
dancing.
just see people blowing up. No, it's
Yeah.
worse than that. You see crazy shit,
Right.
So like now kids have access to all
They're
that,
exposed to so much.
and their minds are so malleable, right?
Yeah.
And like they can easily be like anytime I'm having conversations with people, they'll sometimes, now everyone's aware of how algorithms work, and they'll be like, I don't even want to search that because I don't want to mess up my
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's
I mean, it's
how.
true. You start liking your little
So
algorithm.
then now you imagine like a 16-year-old kid, right, who starts searching certain things, and then Instagram, TikTok, and they start to push these little narratives.
Mhm.
They can start to justify a lot of things because they'll find that community and they'll start to justify just because the algorithms are going to keep feeding them that, right?
For sure.
So then as a parent, you're going to start losing your parental power, right?
Yeah.
Because they find something,
To disprove you.
right? And
Yeah.
and you can do that with anything these
Yeah.
days, right? If you have a thought of like what's right or wrong, the algorithm's going to keep feeding you that side, right? Because they want you to keep consuming content, right? So I don't know, man. It's a really weird place.
And AI, you don't know where this thing's headed.
Right.
Right?
But yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
We got anything else?
This is just funny. Someone bought literally a banana taped to a wall for $6.2 million.
What the
What?
hell?
Yeah. It's sold in an auction. It's just a banana. It's not like someone made a banana out of clay or nothing. It's just a banana duct taped to a wall.
Well, I could have done that.
And
it rot?
That's what I was thinking, but it's sold.
Right?
And then the guy who bought it was like, I'm just going to eat it.
What? So you just
I
bought
don't
a
know.
banana to eat
No,
for
it's
$6
real.
million?
There's some rich people shit, man.
It's real.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, I just
Was it an artist or something? Was it?
So it's a comedian,
So it's a
comedian
joke.
artist. It's like a type of
What does that
artist.
mean?
Does it like retain value because you touched it or something? Like one of those deals?
I think
No.
it's one of these money laundering deals.
Maybe, right?
It's shit. It's like
Like an NFT?
yeah. People just like what was Hunter Biden selling his paintings
Oh,
for
yeah,
an
yeah.
absurd amount of money? Like I don't know. Paintings are pretty wild.
And this, so I found relevant to the two of you. 'Cause It's
Okay.
about Crocs.
Okay.
So
I saw it.
a little kid's Crocs got caught in like an escalator.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, which it could have ended way worse.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was
that's
just
pretty scary.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, people wear flip flops, so imagine.
that's true. Like that can get
Right.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, why is this news?
What?
So many people wear Crocs.
Yeah, that's why.
But I'm sure like shoes in general get stuck in
I don't think
escalators.
shoes get stuck
Yeah,
in
it's
Well, like
flip
some
flops.
kind of like
flip
I
flops.
saw a video where like
Yeah.
a girl's scarf got stuck in it, and I think
Yeah.
it was like it would have just choked her out if someone didn't help
yeah,
her.
like types of shoes or types of clothing. Probably happens all
Okay,
the
we
time.
get it. You love your Crocs.
Yeah, she's like, don't that shit about the Crocs.
Why is this news?
Why though? I don't get it.
And then I have just a little video. Do
Of oh
you want to should we just watch it?
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Even at your wedding, I know it was the sick wedding,
yeah.
but there was also doing the circles.
Yeah, we did. I think 5,
7. No,
yeah, 7. Maybe
we did 5. You guys had to do 2 extra.
Oh yeah. Okay, fair enough. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I know I Hindu ceremony was 7.
Did 5.
I know my shit.
yeah. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And then remember when y'all tried to feed us mud?
The best.
I remember that. They tried to feed us mud, and they thought that we wouldn't know it was mud, but we ate it.
Yeah.
We did eat it.
It tastes good.
It was delicious.
Yeah,
it was
delicious.
I went back for seconds. By
What
the way,
is that?
I had multiple.
Yeah.
I had multiple. Shout out to that. What would you call it? Temple?
Gurdwara.
Gurdwara. Shout out to that Gurdwara. They had the best. What do you call it? 'Cause
Prashad.
What is it?
Prashad.
They got the best
He's
prashad
like wearing
in
a
Jersey.
Oh, it's
So
a
if y'all
watch.
want a fire prashad, you got to pull up to that Gurdwara.
Jokes mud.
The mud.
Yeah.
It is good though. He said
Yeah.
it was good too.
He was saying the New Jersey one's the best.
Well, the only one he had.
No, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
It's because he married a gosh
Sick girl, yeah.
Sick girl.
yeah.
He's like, I don't even know how many times we walked around.
Yeah.
I think they do it 7 times.
Yeah.
The
In,
Hindus.
yeah.
That's jokes.
Yeah. Inside culture, it's 4. But yeah. Oh, question of the day.
Yeah, Indy, do you want to say yours?
Sure. So you guys know Aaron Hernandez, right?
Yeah.
About that?
Yeah.
So me and Simmer were watching a
The
they did a
documentary.
it's like I guess kind of a documentary,
Not
but it's a
really a
TV show.
documentary. Yeah, I
Where
just
it's like
choose
they-
TV show.
It was on Disney, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
He's basically, for people that don't know, he was a football player
Yeah.
in the NFL, and he
Killed someone.
Yeah,
Killed somebody.
yeah, and then
That's
he went
another
to
subject,
jail.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah,
And then point being, he was on trial for murder in the show,
Mhm.
right? So the question is, in the show, I don't know if it actually happened, but he asked his mom to come to court because the lawyer's like, I really need your whole family behind you in court.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's on trial for murder. There's a 99% chance he's probably guilty.
Mm-hmm.
His mom doesn't come to court. So my question for you guys is, if you're in that position, your son or daughter has done something.
Penis, yeah.
So would you go to court or not if they asked you to come? So my take on it is the heinous part that you were saying, right? Like if it's something so bad, then maybe. It depends on the
I
crime
would
for me.
go to court.
Always.
100%.
Really?
No question.
I had it. it could be something pretty bad.
As bad as it is,
Mhm.
well, what do you have to lose at that point?
Like in the show, the
Like,
mom was like, "Oh, I can't
everyone's
even go
judging me."
anywhere. Everyone's judging me.
Yeah.
People are saying things like you made it hard to go in public,
Sure.
like all these
Say
things."
people are
And
calling
that
me a
was
bad mom.
yeah.
Yada, yada.
It's all my fault. And those were the reasons she was saying that she's not gonna come, and she didn't
To
go.
me, I feel like actions have consequences, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
But to not even go to court to see, like, your kid's
the
going to
level-
jail.
Okay, look, the way that I dissect that is that there's levels to this, right?
Right.
So if they did something so heinous,
Yeah.
right? And because the reason why I would go to court to support the kid would be because I'm terrified that they're going to commit suicide, right?
Mhm.
And that this kid's going to lose her life. And I'm going to feel like I'm to blame because I wasn't there to support them, even if they were wrong, just to show them that even if I don't condone what they did,
Right.
I'm not going to be a part of their life, right? And then that person has nobody else left, right? If I was the only person,
sure.
right? But if that person has, they're married or they have other people in their life, and it depends on the crime, right?
I think it was like who he even killed was
like his
the brother-in-law. His
yeah,
brother-in-law or
his
something.
killed a
girlfriend, sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, that's who it was.
So how do you support that?
I don't know about support. I just I'm not gonna say like what you did was right.
I get that part too, just showing up.
Just be
That's it.
Yeah.
Just because you're why you just
Kid that when they were small, were they a murderer then? When
That
they
they
grew
were a
up,
baby?
were they? Yeah, like did you forget that like they were still like your baby?
No, but people
When someone does something bad, because we've talked about this, right?
Mhm.
Like there's consequences for sure, and you can choose to like react how you want to, and like you don't like. So for instance, say it wasn't murder. Say it was this guy cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
Say it was your sibling. Then would you still support your sibling? You'd still have your sibling around.
Yeah.
No, even though you completely disagree with what they did.
I mean, yeah.
No, see, again, it depends on what they did,
Yeah.
right? Like,
You would be like give your sibling a hug, but
Yeah.
I don't know, depending on how they act afterwards, if they're down, I don't know.
to me, if that, even in that kind of scenario, right? Like
Yeah.
the sibling, if there's like domestic abuse, right?
Yeah.
If there's if they're abusing their kids and they've done something really crazy, they're drug addicts, crazy alcoholics or whatever, right? A part of you being there, you're gonna consume all of that.
For sure.
That's coming into your house.
Yeah.
All that energy is around your kids, and that's what you're gonna go through now, right? To me, it depends on, again, like what the person did.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
when you
cheating.
do,
That's
like child abuse, I guess that's not something I could
yeah. At some
support
point,
and
you gotta
forget.
draw a line, right?
But I don't know everything else. I think I could.
I mean, that was my initial thought. I'm like, yo, I'm ride or die. I'm going to court. I'm showing up. But then I'm like, yo,
Okay, so I wouldn't do it for the reasons that the mom is saying, that anyone else is judging me
that wouldn't matter.
and like it's bothering me. I don't care about that. one
Like,
bit, right?
can I live with it, right?
If that kid isn't suicidal and
Mhm.
is like, I don't care, I did this for, then I'm not going.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me what happened. That kid isn't the baby that I knew. That kid has done such a heinous crime at this point. I don't know. I can't support that. Right. But again, if I have any inkling that kid's life is in the balance, I don't know. I feel like that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you'd live with yourself after knowing that your kid needed some support.
What would you do?
I would probably go.
Yeah. I think I might just follow your guys' answer too. But just show up.
Just to
Ev-
show up.
Yeah. Just to see it through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because regardless if she goes or she doesn't, people are going to judge her.
Yeah.
People are going to say shit about her.
Yeah.
That's
gonna
not
happen
going
for the
away.
rest of your life.
Yeah. He was so like, not famous, but like he was out there. Even now, everyone knows who he is.
His story's actually crazy. Like, I don't know how factually, like, how factual.
I don't know either. Even all that stuff in jail, like, I don't know.
Apparently, they studied his brain. That guy was just like,
I thought
I saw that
messed up.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the worst case of CTE ever.
Well, that's what they're blaming it on?
Yeah.
I don't
They
know.
painted that way in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That
he
could be a
wasn't in
narrative,
control
too.
of his emotions. He just killed some random guy in the show. The second guy, like he shoots. He's just his wife's sister's boyfriend.
No, that's wild.
Oh yeah, that got real deep.
Yeah. You have any other questions or?
It's up to you. I can ask one more. Or we can.
Sure.
Should I ask?
Sure.
Okay. So different.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have more time or more energy
in life?
Daily, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I added the daily part myself.
More time.
Okay.
You'd have more time?
Yeah, because I can get energy. Because I have more time, I can sleep.
That's true.
No?
Yeah.
I cracked the code.
Yeah, if you have more time, you can sleep and then you'll have more energy.
But you can't change time. That's how I would look at it. The time is what it is.
Yeah.
Then I'd have more.
Okay, let's say if you you're always tired, right? Let's change it that way. Would you always be tired and have more time? I think I'd still want more time.
The thing about energy is
be tired for longer periods of time.
Yeah, he just wants to be tired for longer. The thing about energy is you become incredibly inefficient when you're tired.
Yeah.
And like
Have function.
For me lately, the amount of things that I've been doing, I'm just like I was talking to you about it yesterday or a day ago. Like I was
Brain
sitting
fog.
there,
Like,
to such a degree where I was just like I was working on something and I was like, I can't even. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
I need some sleep, right? Like I can't do this, right?
Your
like,
body will let you know.
Yeah, and that part of it, like when I was younger, you could just rip through that no problem and be up for another 6 hours. I can't.
Yeah.
So I need to go to sleep at that point, right? So, I mean, energy is important, but I don't know. Yeah, but if you have more time, you can go to sleep with that energy. So I guess time, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And with that, it's a wrap. We'll catch you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.